Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk, a conversation with Unc. I am your host, Uncle David, YouTube's favorite uncle. What's going on, G? How you doing? As always, you're here front and center. Hey, G, I need you to. I'm gonna put my email, drop my email link, or better still, go to my about me section and shoot me an email. I need to get in touch with you, have a little short conversation. If you could do that for me when you get a chance, I greatly appreciate it. Tonight's chat is going to look a little crazy. Well, probably me, because I think I'm also live on Facebook. I'm not sure. I put in for it to be that way, but I don't know. It says it is, but I guess only time will tell. Ooh, I don't want that. Hey, Sonia. What's going on, Ozzy? Hey, Bree. Let's see. I don't know how to find out if I am live on Facebook. But so if I look a little crazier than usual, that's probably because I don't know what's going on. So anyway, thank you all for coming through. I appreciate it. Yeah, G, don't forget to hit me up with that email because I really want to get in touch with you. Before I start, okay, all good here in the UK. Okay, all right, you got some new shoes. All right, Ozzy, that's all right. I do want to make an announcement. Starting Tuesday, February the 9th, this show will take a different turn. It will be more of a, it'll be let's talk. It'll be a one-on-one. What I would do is I will have a guest come up on the panel and they can share, we'll talk, do an interview. So if you or someone you know is doing something in in their community, or they have a charity or something, they're looking for a platform in which they can share that information. Matter of fact, let me pin my email. You don't have to worry about it, G. I'm going to pin it for you. So, hey, Tata. Hey, Miss Habit. How are you? All right. All right. There we go. So, yeah, if anybody's looking for a format um, where they want to talk, please feel free to shoot me an email. And that's it, and as well as a bio and a headshot, and we can work out a date. I'm gonna be, like I said, it'll be every Tuesday. Okay, I have 50 nephews. Which one? Oh, the crazy one? You know what? You know what? Really? Oh, he does. Okay. I'll get in touch with him. I would definitely get in touch with him. That will be a fun show. Not not sure how much we're going to discuss about this small business, but yeah, I'm definitely going to get in touch with him. Oh yeah, you too, Tavia. Um, yeah, the subject is where are you going? Now, this was supposed to have been the topic on, I think it was Saturday. No, last Thursday. But of course, we got off topic because I started talking about my sister, and then it turned into Unc story time. So I decided I would try it again tonight. But thank you all for coming through. I'm like I said, I'm not sure if I'm live on Facebook. Okay, Auntie just said she don't see me. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Neely! All right, here I am. I'm back. Okay, let me go back over to. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Mm. It's obvious I don't know what I'm doing. So, ta-da! Oh well. Alrighty. Well, leave the old Uncle David to not know what the hell is going on. Cool. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Close. All right. You know what, y'all? I'm just gonna stick with what I got here. I'll try to figure it out again next week. It is quite obvious that I don't know what I'm doing. Oh well. Win some, lose some, right? As I tell Auntie all the time, the only way to get it right is to get it wrong. So once again, welcome everybody. Um, tonight's question is, where are you going? Now, have you ever gotten into your car and just started driving? No apparent destination, just aimlessly driving all through the city, wherever you're going. Just riding. Now that happened the other day with Auntie and I. We left out because she needed, we needed to take care of some business. So we went and took care of the business, and I think we stopped and got something to drink. So we were headed home. We pull up in the parking lot. And Auntie's like, "Well, I'm not ready to go home. No, I'm not ready to go in the house." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." I said, "Well, where you want to go?" "I don't know. Just drive." I'm like, "Well, we need to go." "Just drive." So what did I do? I just drove. I did what I was instructed to do. So we're riding and riding and riding. And occasionally, Auntie would say, "Well, where are we going?" My response, "You said just drive." So we're driving. I'm driving. She's riding. We're just going. And she asked me again, "Where are we going?" Same response. So now I'm starting to feel a little anxious. And so she's like, "Well," she asked me again. Now, this time I said, "You said just drive." And I know she may not have, but in my head, it sounded like she got irritated because I said what she told me to do. So in my mind, I'm hearing this. And to me, I gave her the most vicious side eye that you could ever give anybody. Now, I didn't really do it because I didn't want to take my eyes off the road, but just in my head, this is what was going on. And so it kind of put me in mind of this lady that I was watching a documentary, and the lady had gotten picked up, for some drug charges. And, it was her and a bunch of other women. They were in a cell. So in the middle of the night, they came in, they drug them out of the cell, they handcuffed them all together, you know how they do, threw them in the van and just drove. And the lady was talking about how afraid she was and how anxious she was because she didn't know where she was going. It was the middle of the night. It was dark. She couldn't see. She had no clue. And so that kind of felt like that. Now, we were on the Baltimore-Washington Parkway, and the final time Auntie says, "Well, where are we going?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So she said, "Okay, well, let's go to Walmart." Now we had a destination. And all that anxiety that I was feeling, it just, it started to dissipate. And I felt a whole lot better because now I knew where I was going. So if you have a goal, or if you don't have a goal and you don't have a destination, where are you going? Every trip starts with a destination. You may not have a plan, but you have to have a destination. When you get in the car and you get ready to go on your little road trip or wherever it is you're going, because nobody uses maps anymore, paper maps. Well, they probably do, but it's rare. Mostly, the majority of the people have GPS, either on your phone or depending on what kind of car you have, or you can buy the little mobile GPS, whatever. But, when you type in the GPS, you have to type in the destination because otherwise you don't hear that voice. I'm not going to try to do that voice, but y'all know the voice. Matter of fact, I saw the video with the lady that actually was the original voice of the Android phone. And that was pretty cool. She had been doing voiceovers and stuff like that. And then one day somebody said, "Hey, you want to try this?" And she tried it, and she said they would go, I think she said 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they would just do little words, not whole sentences. just little keywords and stuff like that, or maybe key phrases. And then somehow or another they put it into the computer, and that's how it end up with, as if this thing is really having a conversation with you. I just thought that was pretty cool. The things you find out when you watch YouTube, when you're looking for something else and you come across something and you never know when you may need it. But I saw that and was like, hey, I could use it. So it came in handy. But like I said, you don't know the route, so you punch it into into your GPS. So, and then there you go. You're ready to go. You know where you're going. You already know how you're getting there. You have a plan. But like I said, you don't always have to start with a plan, but you have to start with a destination. If somebody's building a house, they're not going to build the house and then try to figure out what neighborhood they're going to be in. Because how often do you see somebody riding around with this big old house on the back of a flatbed, just driving around trying to find out where they're going to put this house? The house, you have to know where the house is going to be or where you want the house to be before you build the house. Because most houses now, you have to have, all houses, you have to have a foundation unless you have one of those little mobile homes and still, because you have to hook it up to your pipes and your water and your commode, your toilet, and all this stuff, your heat, your air, your electricity, all these things, they come up out the ground. So you have to have the house there first because they have to connect these things before you start building the house all together. Some of us, we tend to not understand, the process. It's like, hey, man, I just want the house. I'll figure out later where it's going to be, but you can't do that. Or you want to go on a trip. Well, once again, where are you going? You don't have a route. You don't have a destination. You just have a car that's full of gas, maybe. And that's it. I mean, what are you doing? Really, what are you doing? This is our life, or your life, my life. And if you're the captain of your ship, and you are responsible for driving your life, do not let your life drive you. So the next time you're sitting around and you're pondering, what it is you're going to do with your life, what's your next move? Ask yourself, where are you going? It's not that difficult. You can't ask somebody else because they'll just take you where they want to go. And you'll miss out on a whole adventure of your own because you decided to say, hey, I'm just going to ride with them. And wherever they go, that's where I'm going. So how is everyone doing? Anybody have any comments they would want to, or questions or something? This actually isn't a monologue. It is a dialogue. But I do need to figure out how to do this Facebook thing. For those that missed the party earlier today, we had a ball. Music was thumping. I was sweating. But it was a good time had by all that were there. Hey, what's you cooking, Cornice? Thank you for sharing me out, Uzi. Yeah, I was trying to do it through StreamYards, Lily. I mean, I probably could figure out how to do it if I went straight to Facebook. But I was trying to do it with StreamYard and fried cheddar. Y'all is the seafood eatingest folks I know. Man. Yeah, Lily, I was trying to, you're supposed to be able to go live from StreamYards, go live on Facebook from StreamYard. I was trying to figure out how to make that work. I guess I have to sit and play around with it. Maybe I probably should have. It's okay. I appreciate it, Lily. I probably should have done some research. See, I had a destination, but I just didn't have a plan. How to get to my destination, but that's okay. I'll get it. I'll get it next week. Matter of fact, I'll probably even try it Thursday and see how it works. I need to do some research. I need to go take a class at the University of YouTube, because anything you want to know on YouTube, you can find. I mean, anything you want to know, you can find on YouTube. So I'll go on one of these channels and somebody it'll show up. But as I said earlier, starting February the 9th and every Tuesday thereafter, I will have a guest on board. The name will be different. It'd probably be something like one-on-one. I'm not sure. I'm still working on that. What up, G? Hey, Ashley. So once again, if there's anyone that is working in the community and they're looking for a platform in which they'd like to share and get the word out, please, give them my email, and just have them give me a bio and a headshot, or just have them email me, and then we'll work out all the other details from there. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna sit down and figure this out after, maybe not tonight. I think I've had enough of YouTube for the night. Okay, Miss Habit, thank you so much for coming through. I greatly appreciate it. As I like to tell anyone, any time that you spend is a good time. So I appreciate it. I will see you next time. You have a good evening. Hope you have a great show. Okay, Cornice. But it just won't be tonight. I've been on YouTube all day. Auntie was like, I can't believe you're going live again. You went live. What are you doing? And then she was sitting over there bobbing her head to the music, but but like she said, she was trying to do her little her crafting. It was kind of hard for her to concentrate. Which I don't know how much concentrating she was trying to do, because every now and then she'd get up and do the two-step. I'm like, yeah, this how we do this, okay? And then she got kidnapped. forced to stand on the balcony on the phone. So how's the job coming along, Lily? Oh, my fault. Where's Brother Ed? How was the cocoa, honey?
It was good. So is anybody asking you for money on your Instagram?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Why somebody ask you for some money?
No, because this is our live. It's like live, and she's doing a live stream.
Uh-huh.
This girl, she got 15 people in her room, and everybody in that room, whoever this person is, they talking about, then that's everybody in this room for money, and they sending her $20 and $10.
You leave my mans alone, Cornice. Nah, ain't nobody asked me for no money. I guess they already know.
I'm wondering, is it that same person?
Mm. I don't know, but they didn't send me nothing, so. Nah. Unc, I took your spot at the job. I'm not going back to you. Oh, okay, Lily. You know what? I just watched that video you was talking about.
Huh?
I just watched the video you was talking about.
About what? Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm wondering is.
Huh? Not that one. Some of the one you. Never mind. Because you're going to make me talk, and I don't want to say nothing out loud. Yeah, Ashley said beware of scams. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of those. Yeah, plenty of scams. Oh, yeah, I'm also going to be doing maybe this Saturday night, because before I became monetized, during the process, I would go live late at night. What is it, 12 o'clock? Every night. I mean, I threw everybody's sleep pattern off. Mine, my son's, Maddie. What are you laughing at, Lily? You know, everybody's sleep pattern got thrown off. Auntie was like, I'm so glad, I'd be so glad when you get monetized and you won't have to do this. And I'm down. Now she walking around. You know what? Sometimes you should do, people like the late night. Seriously?
Coco done put her channel out there, her name out there.
Hmm.
Mother of twins.
Oh, nah. What's up, ATL Shorty? Thank you for coming through.
Sister Fifi.
Hello. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to have a little meeting. I know you was, Lily. That's why I turned the camera off. Because I'm like, I know it's somebody in here that read lips. I just couldn't remember who it was. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of fun, Shorty, because I still don't understand why Auntie does these time challenges, because she is one of the slowest eaters ever. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just want to show some support and blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. But you do understand that, there is a time factor. The comments are off again. I think YouTube is doing that. Oh, my pleasure, G. Yeah, I think YouTube is turning the
Comments.
yeah, because they did it again.
Yeah, YouTube doing too much. They taking people subscribers. They turn the notifications on.
Listen, it's some. Oh, but that's not the only one, Shorty. She said, yes, some of her videos, the comments are off.
Oh, what?
On some of your videos, the comments are off.
On mine?
Yeah. I have no idea what's going on with the Pringle one. What is YouTube doing? I guess there's no need for them to turn my comments off. The comments are probably longer than my videos. That's not funny, but it is. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy, yo. But yeah, the next time you're sitting and you're plotting your life and you're trying to figure out, where you're going, what you're doing, make sure you got a destination. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back through that and check it. I guess I won't be off of YouTube tonight. That'll be my project for tonight.
Tell them don't forget to check out Lil David's video.
Oh yeah, y'all. Let me. I'm gonna drop a link for my son's video. You all have got to check it out. And I'm not just saying it because I keep saying it, but yeah, I am saying it because he's my son. But yeah, let me find this video.
Me and Cornice was just talking about that too.
Well, how they turn the comments off?
No, I forgot to mention that to her. They turned my comments off because I had a problem with that the other day. And I don't even curse on my channel.
I mean, I don't understand what the problem is with that video.
Is it because of the no? Because everybody else got. You know what? That person might be reporting. Remember when that person came in there?
Oh no, but they said that's not the only one though.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all. The name of this video is, well, you'll see it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's Basketball Heaven. Just make sure after you watch the video, please make sure you leave a comment. Let him know what you think and share it out. If you like the video, share it out. Hell, if you don't like the video, share it out, because there may be somebody that come in that like the video. Hey, Cindy, thank you for coming through. That's my son. That's his latest. his new video. He is a Kobe Bryant fan. He loves Kobe. So yeah, if you get a chance, go check out the video. Once again, leave a comment. Let him know what you think. Thank you so much, Cindy. And I love having you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to the 7 people in the room. I thank y'all so much for coming and hanging in here with me. I appreciate you. If you missed, if you're here now, you missed the topic, and it's where are you going? And it's just a question for, you know, to ask yourself. And sometimes we have to talk to ourselves in the third person. You know, when you're having that conversation and you're sitting there and you're trying to figure it out, you're like, hey, where are we going? What are we doing? How are we doing this? You know, and like I said, you don't always have to have a a plan at first, but you do have to have a destination. You have to know what it is that you that or you know where it is that you want to end up. You know, you have to know that without but you got to get a you have to know where you're going, Cindy. And once you know where you're going and where you want to end up, that will help alleviate some of the stress. Because like I said, when I was driving around with Auntie, and I just didn't know where, and you know, it was kind of, I won't say stressful, but you know, I was a little anxious. You know, I was just driving, you know, and I don't know where I'm going. She just like drive, and I'm like, I don't know. And then once she told me, she said, let's go to Walmart. You know, I felt a whole lot better because now I know where I'm going and I don't have to, you know, it's like because I was driving and I'm like, okay, I'll turn right here. I'll drive and see where this takes us. And, you know, and then I'll turn right here. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. You know, and some people actually live their life that way. And I don't understand for the life of me, how can you live your life just so haphazardly?
Oh, congratulations, Cindy.
You know, now, yeah, I kind of now that I have changed my thought process and once I started this YouTube thing, you know, and started to read more and listen more and understand, you know, the journey. You know, it makes it a little easier knowing that I have a destination, what it is I'm trying to accomplish, what it is I'm trying to do. So it makes it a whole lot easier. But there are some people that they get up in the morning, they live by the seat of their pants. And I'm like, yeah, it may be fun, you know, the adrenaline and all of that stuff. But, you know, you can't continue to let life drive you. Now, I've heard it a couple of ways. I heard Oprah say it, and then I heard somebody else say it. And, you know, Oprah is the more polished professional speaker who said, you know, this is your life, drive your life, don't let your life drive you. But the other person, and wait, before I need to find out her name because she's a famous actress. And I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I'm going to look it up. and then tell you. And then I'm going to say what it is she said. But if y'all have children in the room, you know, you may want to get the children to cover their ears or something. That's provided.
If ATL Shawty's still in there, tell her I said thank you.
Hey, Shawty, Auntie said thank you. Appreciate that. La, 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 la. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong spot. Goofball. Yeah, but that is a nice video. Once y'all check it out, you know, like I said, you know, just leave a comment, let him know what you think about it. He'll appreciate it. I appreciate it. Aunt Mattie appreciates it. Oh, here we go. There it is. Jennifer Lewis. Yeah. Oprah says, it's your life. You know, you drive it. Don't let it drive you. Well, Jennifer is a little bit more blunt, and she's like, well, it's your life. You drive it. Don't let that MFer drive you. And I'm like, okay. I like that one better because, you know, y'all know how I feel about curse words. But yeah. But, you know, once again, you know, be in control of your destiny, of your journey. You know, you're the captain of your ship and the master of your fate. And a lot of times we get caught up in somebody else's journey. You know, we're so busy trying to help, you know, and you forget your own way. You know, you end up.
She's got her mic working. She said, I'm going over there to Unc's channel, Uncle's live. She's so excited about her mic.
You know, yeah, but you know, yeah, it's okay to give directions and help others get to their spot. But if you are trying to get somewhere, you have to take care of your own, and you can't depend on somebody else to come give you directions, especially somebody that's never been there. Do not ask back row people for front row information. They cannot give it to you because they don't know. And that's not a knock on them, but it's the truth. They can't tell you about somewhere that they've never been. They can't tell you how to achieve a goal that they never, ever, you know, because you have those people that, you know, when you're trying to do something and they say, oh, man, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? That makes no sense. And they'll say that because they have never, ever tried to do anything for themselves of any consequence. They have settled for whatever it is they can get, not willing to step out of their comfort zone. And I know y'all probably get tired of me talking about it, but when my son left to go to LA, he packed whatever he had with he went there with the clothes on his back and some clothes in a bag, suitcase, $1,300 in his pocket. And he left and went to Los Angeles by himself, not knowing anybody out there, not knowing what he was doing. He had a destination. He had no plan. And like I said, you don't have to have a plan right away. Now you do have to develop one as you go. But his destination was LA. By hook or by crook, he was going. And he said to me, he said, Dad, I'm moving to LA. Please don't tell anybody. Hey, Sonia, what's going on? And I held that. And people were saying, well, why didn't you tell him that he shouldn't go? Why didn't you tell him to wait? Because that was not my job. My job as his father was to tell him to pursue his dream, whatever it may be. I need a life coach, Lily, before I become one. Okay, Lily, I'll check with Auntie. What's going on, Sonia? Well, listen, Cindy. Now, I'm going to say something. It may sting a little bit, but you could still obtain your goal, even with kids. Because there are many women who have had kids and were able to achieve their goal. Now you decided to stop. It changed the parameters. Yeah, you change how you get there. You always have to change the route. Or sometimes you have to change the route. But you do not have to change your goal. You decide, okay, in order for me to get there, I'm going to take 95, and then I'm going to take 81, and that'll put me on 73. When you take 95, you get to 81, and you're headed for 73, and it's blocked. Now what you have to do is figure out how to get where you're going using a different route. So yeah, you had kids. I understand that. I understand, but sometimes we just have to, yeah, you got lost. And that happens. But don't beat yourself up about it. You still got some good out the deal. You got kids that you love, that love you, I'm sure. You know, you decided you need to go in a different direction, a whole different thing. Yeah. You're going to be fine. It takes time. And make sure that whatever you do, you continue to surround yourself with people that will nurture you, people that will help you. Oh, you know, it is important that we find like-minded people, people that are on the path that are, you know, and they may not be doing the same thing you're doing, but they are doing something. So you find those people. You also find the people that are doing whatever it is that you're doing. People that have become successful in whatever it is that you want to do. We're all winners in here. Stay positive, strong-minded, and we will We all have our falls and fails. That's what takes it. That's what it takes to fall, to learn how to bounce right back. Never give up. Hey, much love to you too, G. Yeah. The thing is not to give up, not to quit. You're welcome, Cindy. It is my absolute pleasure. We all have our ups and downs and peaks and valleys and mountains and molehills, but the thing is you have to just keep going. Yeah. If there's a way, but see, it takes two. And if the other person is not willing, I don't care what you do and how bad you want it to be and how hard you work at it. If that other person is not willing to budge, to give in, to say, okay, I'll meet you halfway, anything, it's not going to work. And so what you have to do is your part. Do whatever you can that you can control, because we cannot control other people's thoughts, their actions, their feelings, none of that. Well, Sonia, I don't care whether you like change or not. You ain't really got to like it. But in order for you to get where it is you're trying to go, you're going to have to accept it. And you're going to have to deal with it. Or you're going to be just stuck doing whatever it is you're doing. And then what will happen is that you'll be somewhere doing something that you don't like, that you regret doing, and then you'll be pissed off all the time. I know where I come from because I'm happy where I'm at now. It was a heck of a chapter. I'm blessed every second of my life, especially to meet you all realists, fan bams. I wish I seen you all. Aw. Okay, G. Yes, Sonia, you don't like change. A lot of people don't like change, but change is necessary because you have to step out of your comfort zone. Because, like I said, if you don't, you'll be sitting and you'll be like, man, I wish I'd have done this. Why didn't I do it? And then you'll be sitting there at that job and that you don't like, that you wish you had got out of. Sonia, you're already defeating yourself by saying that. If you don't think that you can that you succeed in a new role, you will never be able to succeed in a new role. If you're constantly telling yourself, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, then you won't do it. You'll never be able to do it. So you can never have a positive action. You can never have a positive outcome with a negative thought process or negative action. You can't say that I don't think it. Well, then, no. As Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're always right. What you think, excuse me, y'all, is what you will be. So if you want that new role, then you have to do what is necessary. And the first thing you have to do is change your mindset, change your thought process, stop feeding it with negativity. All it is you're scared. That's all. Plain and simple. There's no two ways about it. You're scared. Well, just start, girl. Listen, Sonia. I am 58 years old. 58. But I refuse to let that be the reason why I don't try to do what I'm trying to do. Okay, right now but you know what? You know more than you think you know. That's you. You say you don't know anything else, but you know more than you think you do. You know way more. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for being. You can do, you can be, you can have whatever it is you're trying to get or whatever it is you want. You can have those things. But first, you have to get rid of that negative self talk. And I'm sure that the little committee is inside your head. You get up in the morning and you're like, okay, I want to try to do this. And they're sitting there saying, girl, we is a nurse. That's all we going to do is nurse. What you mean you want to open up a business? What you talking about? Hey, more eats. You know, that little committee's in there. The whole little nursing committee inside your head is telling you that's what we nurses. That's all we do is nurse. Now, if you want to run a business, you want to start a business, then do it. Step out on blind faith, sweetie. Just do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, Steve Harvey used to always talking about jumping. You're standing on the edge of the cliff and you're just standing there looking and you're watching everybody else flying around. But then you're focused on the people that's hitting the ground. You don't want to hit the ground. So you just stand there trying to figure out how you gonna fly, but you don't have no wings. With them same folks that got those wings that's flying and winning and doing all that stuff, they stood on the edge of the cliff too. Some point you just gotta jump and do it and just go. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Just go, just do it. Close your eyes and just do it. Just go for it. You got this. There you go. Just like Nike, just do it. You know, because for the longest I've been hemming and hawing and trying to figure out how I'm going to do this thing, this new show that I'm working on. You know, will people come watch it? Will I be able to get any guests to come on? And I got to thinking. You know, I looked on Instagram one day and somebody was talking about manifesting your destiny. And I think the quote says something about get off your ass and do something. And I'm like, you know what? If it doesn't work, it won't be because I didn't try. That won't be the reason. So I'm gonna give it my best shot. In fact, I've thrown out some requests to some pretty high-ranking people, wondering, they probably won't respond, but that's okay. Heard a quote one day that fortune favors the bold. In other words, sometimes you just throw shit up against the wall and see if it sticks. Yeah, put an investment in it, but just go and see if that's what you want. Maybe nursing is your calling, but if you're feeling something else, and something else I learned from Oprah is that thing that you're supposed to be doing, if you're not doing it, it will come and find you and ask you why you're not doing it. And it would nag at you and nag at you, and it will continue to pester you, knock you upside the head, slap you upside the head. Hey, Miss Parker. How you doing, Miss Parker? It's gonna get okay, Sonia. It's gonna get worse. You think it's nagging you now. If you don't start putting forth the effort, or going in that direction, it's gonna do more than nag you. It is. It's gonna get you to the point where you're sitting somewhere, and you're gonna actually start hearing it talk to you. And what's even crazier, it's going to talk to you so much that you will find yourself talking back, first in your head and then out loud. You will have a full-blown conversation with this thing. And it will get to the point where you don't care if people are around or not. You're going to talk back to it because it's talking to you. And that thing is getting on your nerves. Well, the only way for it to not get on your nerves is for you to listen to it and do what it says. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to tell you. You don't know how many times I quit YouTube. I have quit YouTube without leaving YouTube. Every time I say I'm gonna quit, I ain't doing it no more. And y'all see me, I ain't been doing a couple of videos. I missed a couple of days. I was sending out the quotes and I missed a couple of days. Usually those were the days that I call myself quitting. And I'd be sitting on the edge of the bed and they'd start talking to me. Now I will not repeat, because see, it used to be nice and be like, well, what you doing? What do you mean you quit? You can't quit. Nope. And then the more, each time that I would quit, the language got stronger. Oh, it talked to me like I don't know, like the drill sergeant. I mean, it was saying stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can't quit. That's not an option because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it has taken me to get 58 years old to figure it out, but that's okay. And I hear people say, if I'd have known then what I know now, I would have done. Well, you couldn't know what you know now back then. because it wasn't time. I would have done this. I remember hearing Moe say, if I'd have known that all I had to do was go live and I could have got monetized and I would have done this. Yeah, that all sounds good when you're saying it. But the truth of the matter is, you had to go through whatever it was you went through to get where you are now. Everything that we've gone through in our life, every up, every down, every sickness, every loss that we've had, every whatever it is that we've gone through, it has prepared us for where we are right now at this very moment. You know, we had to go through with everything that we went through. Oh, shoot. Thank you. In order for us to get where we are right now, there was something that we had to learn, somebody that we had to meet, somebody we needed to talk to, somebody that needed to talk to us. Everything that we went through, everything that we've done, every argument, every tear that we've shed, every shoulder that we provided for somebody to cry on, every shoulder that we have cried on, has prepared us for this moment right here. And sometimes you can look back and you'll say, oh, because see, you can't see it when you're living in the moment. When you're when you're in that storm, you can't see it. You don't know. You don't know why. You can't explain it. You don't know. The first thing you say is, well, why? Don't worry about why. Just know that once you get through the storm and you look back later on and you'll be like, okay, this is why this happened. So, to sum it all up, Sonia, get your scared ass together and get it done. Excuses are the lies that we tell ourselves to help us get through it. That's what an excuse is. It is the lie that we tell ourselves to help us feel good. Well, why didn't you pass the test? Oh man, I just couldn't. I wasn't feeling good. Or so and so was talking to me and I wasn't really paying attention. That's an excuse. See, that's the lie that we told. That's the lie that you told yourself so that you wouldn't have to actually deal with the fact or live with the fact that the reason why you didn't pass the test is because you didn't study. The reason why you can't open this business is because you're scared. And you're just scared. You don't want to step out of your comfort zone, but you keep coming up with other different excuses. Well, this nursing thing, just hold on. When I'm gonna get this raise at work, and when I get this raise, I have enough money to do this. Or I gotta wait for somebody to come in so I can train them how to do my job. What do you really care about the next person that's coming in behind you? Really? Because you helping them learn your job ain't helping you learn what you got to do to get where it is you really want to be. Because now you have a new destination. Just saying. You got a new destination. That old one, it's just, it doesn't play it out. And you know it. That's the conversation that you're having with yourself. And you're probably having it right now while you're sitting and listening to me. And you're probably saying, you know, Unc is right. But you know what? Them little nurses inside your head are saying, girl, we is nurses. That's all we do is nurse. Would you tell them little heifers to shut up? That you got something else that you're trying to do. It's somewhere else that you need to be. Lily, I just said it. Hey, positive pusher. How you doing? I just said it, Lily. Everything that you've been through has prepared you for where you are right now. Because see, had you known me when you were younger, you still would have ended up in the same place you were in there because I didn't know nothing. All these things that I know now that I'm being able to share with people, I didn't know it. So who was I going to help? Could he help my damn self? No, this is something that started to manifest itself maybe 6 years ago. I had lost my job and I was trying to figure out my way. I know nothing. And I was in turmoil. Inside, I was in turmoil. On the outside, I was able to fake it. But on the inside, I was all screwed up in the head because I felt like I was not worthy. I felt as if I was nobody because I based it on the fact that I didn't have a job. Now, you know, and I was not because I wasn't looking, but, you know, I started saying, well, maybe nobody wants to hire me. Maybe there's nobody. And then I had to change my thought process. You know, and I figured that out talking to my youngest son. He's like, Dad, you know, you need to listen to more positive things. And it was at that point that the student became the teacher because I was always telling him that, you know, you need to do this or you need to do that. You need to do this. I was always freely giving out information to people and telling them, you know, hey, you need to stay positive. You need to do this. But on the inside, nah. But once I started to listen to more people and read more things and understand me, and that all I had to do was change my thought process and my mindset. And the thought process was the right person it's just the right person has not read my resume. It wasn't nobody wants to hire me. I'm not worthy of being hired. It's just that the right person has not seen my resume. The right person has not seen my application. That's all. It hasn't ended up in the right hands yet. And once I started to think that way, it got a little bit easier. And then I got a job and I'm like, hey, but that's not what fulfilled me. I was basing my worth on having a job instead of basing my worth on me and being grateful that there was breath in my body, that I was able to get up in the morning and have a chance to do this again. You know, this is why I don't understand why people wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is complain. I cannot understand that for the life of me. Every night I go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I lay there and, you know, I go to sleep and with the anticipation of waking up in the morning, understanding that if I am afforded the opportunity to wake up, that means that I now have an opportunity to fix whatever I broke the day before, or to continue to do whatever I didn't finish, to work on it. Or if I finished everything from the day before, I got a chance now to bring up some new stuff. Somebody wake up in the morning, the first thing they say, oh my goodness, the floor is cold. Hey, you got a floor to put your feet on. You are able to speak. There are people that went to bed the night before, before they went to sleep, they said, when I get up in the morning, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And my whole day is going to be this, my whole day is going to be that. And then when they didn't wake up. So if you are awake, be grateful. And understand that there's always somebody in a worse situation than you. My father used to tell me that all the time. There's always somebody in a worse situation. I don't care how bad your situation may be. There's somebody that's going through it worse than you. Gratitude is what will get you through. And it will get you more. Because the more grateful you are for what you have, the more you will get. It just is. And I have gone way over my time. I stopped looking at it. I saw the clock at 8 o'clock and I was like, I ain't on no timer. But I thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. Thank y'all for sitting and listening to me and rolling with me. G, don't forget to send me that email, bruh. And once again, I will be starting a new show on Tuesdays. You are welcome, Sonia. So if you or anyone you know is looking for a platform, if they're working in the community, or if they have a business, or they have a charity or something, and they're looking for a platform to share that information, my email is right there. It's also in my about me. You can probably find it inside the. I think it's in the description. It's pinned at the top. Oh, it's okay, positive pusher. As the saying goes, better late than never. All right, Lily. All right, everybody. Once again, I thank y'all so much for coming through and sitting with me and listening to me. And it is my hope that I help because you all help me. So thank you so much. I will see y'all again Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for another Let's Talk, a conversation with Unc. But until then, be happy on purpose and know that I believe in you too. Peace.